Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 54 of Let's Play Tales of Arise, where I don't know what went down, but something went down, and Alphen is freed of his mask, and memories came back, and we lost all of our allies. Our ability to feel pain has happened again. We've lost our beautiful blazing sword. Nothing feels right anymore. Let's continue on to see why that has happened.
Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Did not mean to do that, but okay. Yeah, fighting this alone is going to be hard. You're not made for this type of fighting on like alone. Yeah, I don't know why dodging into that worked, but okay. I couldn't use my extra ability. What the hell? Let's try using a peach gel, because ow. Yeah, I gotta try and make sure I focus on both of them. I think they're actually weak to fire because they're using ice, which obviously is very funny.
You're mine. It's over. Void flash. Slice. Tear. Hurricane thrust. Here I
Feels
come.
nice to just like fight on my own though. It's nice.
I'm not done. It's on. You picked the wrong fight. You're mine. Eternal devastation. Crush. Destruction. Hurricane thrust.
It's I don't really know what to say. I'm actually legitimately very confused. Shite.
This should do it.
Yeah, apple gel ain't great, but it'll do well. We can't heal ourselves with CP, so. And all that healing I did has now been completely and utterly, you know, ruined.
Destruction! Try harder! Rising Wyvern! Slice! Void Flash! Slice!
Okay, that was too high at that point.
Crush! Eternal devastation!
There we go.
Rinwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Heros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Voron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Yay, Rinwell Dohalim. Rinwell, retired Avenger.
We won.
Yeah, we may have won, but it doesn't feel like, it feels like a hollow victory. I mean, is it really victory if we don't have Shion telling us that it's victory?
Little help!
Radiant light. Eternal devastation. It's on. Regenerate. You picked the wrong fight. I owe you one.
Raging cascade! If it hides, just bash it out again!
Eternal devastation.
Freeze Lancer!
Down on the ground. Eternal devastation. Take this. Tornado drive. Rising water.
Okay, there we go. It feels much better to have like a second party member.
Try harder.
Now!
There we go.
In an instant. Impact cross.
Purge Malone!
Can't get out of this!
I'm not.
Sleep now!
Resonate with the earth.
More for the stockpile!
You're mine.
Alright, come on guys, let's do this.
Rising wyvern.
Damn it.
Sleep now!
Take this.
More for the
Seems to be a
stockpile.
second too late to get the
Raging cascade!
Eternal devastation.
yeah, we seem to be missing out on the yeah, we can't use our over limit. That's a bit
I
unfair.
wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
I must admit, it's just like when we broke the mask, the first part of the mask. It feels very weird looking at Alphen with a broken mask. Whoops.
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
How do I can see you there, you twat. How do I get you? What the fuck? No, fuck you. You can stay there, you bitch. Oh. There we go. That is the most awkward placement for that, but alright.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Yeah, we can't even fast travel anywhere else right now. I was gonna say, I don't think we can leave, but I will leave when I can.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah. Eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegus. over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. Pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Well, that's holy shit, that's pretty dark. Damn. Yeah, no words. I'm actually pretty surprised about that. That's actually a really interesting twist. I like it. Guess we should have a walk around and see what's what. I've had to survive a lot of death around me to get where I am now, both as a slave and on my way to this place. All I want now is to live the rest of my days in peace and quiet, so please, just don't cause any trouble while you're here. The coastline up ahead is swarming with Zeugles. I won't stop you from going, but don't bring any of them back to the village. After that nasty shipwreck, I'm surprised I'm still alive. Seems like there's been a big shipwreck. People and things keep washing up with the tide lately. I've tried looking everywhere for him, but I can't find Mahavir. Damn it, why do we have to go on? We didn't want to go down with the ship. Are you one of the refugees from Pelagion? If so, I need to warn you about something. Our village is secret. For everyone's safety, don't do anything that could attract any attention, alright? It's extremely important. Good, I don't see anything here that's spoiling or poisonous. It's important that we inspect everything we eat here carefully. There are no doctors or medicine here, so one wrong move and we could be in trouble. I've never met any Danners before that didn't originally escape from Pelagion. You're not gonna rise out to the Renner, are you? Just making sure. Don't just take food without asking. Our crops are a vital resource that we have to be shared with everyone here. The harvest looks growing nice and healthy. These are going to taste great once they're ready to be eaten. If you make it through Shineful Woods and then go past Urim Falls, you can see Pelagion now in the distance. Although just thinking about seeing their castle sends shivers down my spine, so it's not exactly a trip that I'd recommend taking personally. Once you escape Pelagion, you have to cross through marshlands, waterfalls and forests before you finally end up here. The only thing left after that is ocean. There's nowhere else to run, so if the Renans ever find us, we'll be in real trouble. We get by here mostly on fishing and what few fields we're able to cultivate in this village. Sometimes we'd hunt and forage for fruits in the forest too, but that's a risky proposition, so we can't afford to go there as much as we'd like. Please, just lay some eggs already. I want to eat something other than fish once in my life. This village was founded by survivors who fled the regime in Pelagion. They left in search of a better life away from the repressive rule of the Renner and ultimately settled upon here. It's been years since any more deserters have arrived from there. However, I'm not even sure how long at this point. What could have happened there that stopped the flow of people, I wonder? Are you outsiders? I've never seen anyone who's not from this realm before. Yeah, our grandpapa told us never to talk to guys like you because you're scary and mean. One of the reasons why this is the perfect place to hide is because the mountains surrounding here. They shield us from the Renner's eyes. Fair enough. Who am I to judge?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Got a point. Got a point.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renin starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renins, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renin society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
I think now would be a good time for you to reflect on things. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to end this part here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please do follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, join the Discord. All the links are down below. And if you guys did enjoy, please do continue to give it a like as well, because it does really help out. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys then.